Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Defend Your Picks, the show where we all learn from your drafts at your GP. We're at the GP today.
Yeah.
I'm Richard, and today we're joined by Amaz.
Hi, how's it going?
So Amaz has just done a team draft today with something new that we haven't recorded before, and he's going to go through all his picks and let us know why he picked things, and hopefully we can all learn something.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
All right, let's watch.
Okay, so first pack. Let's get.
What are you hoping to open?
Something that's not a dual the rare land.
All right,
so,
anything but a rare.
Fanbear was there, Final War was there, and there's this Behemoth. But then, of course, we got the dual land first. So those are the only three cards I'm looking at. Right? There are a lot of good white cards. So I pulled Scale Behemoth to the top. It's really good because there's no other good green cards. And yeah, I mean, contemplate Fanbear because Fanbear is really good. But yes. I mean, looking at all the white cards, I was like, yeah, I'll go to Scale Behemoth here. And yeah, just start with that. I just have to relook every time because I want to know what cards I'm passing.
So in 8-man draft, would you still take the Scaled Behemoth, or is it a team draft pick?
Oh man, I think I probably would have still took the Scaled Behemoth.
Because a lot of people say that the aggressive decks are better in the draft.
Yeah, of course, it's really fast. This is actually a super interesting pack because there's so many good red cards. I took the Trial of Zeal because I think if I wield the Camera Charioteer, the red-green card, I could just... See, I looked at that in the back end, right? I could just go into red-green.
Do you think someone's trying to catch you here with those two red cards, though, in a team draft?
No, because in team drafts, people don't like to draft gold cards a lot. So I know if the Charioteer reels to me, then I'll be red-green, I'll be very happy. So now that I see a Trial of Strength, I'm just going to go okay, I'm going to be a little bit more all-in the Trial of Strength strategy.
Yep.
And if I don't get the Charioteer back, then I won't go red-green, and I'll go something else. But if I do, then it's a big reward. Because now I have 2 trials, and any cartouches I pick up will be super insane.
Okay, so we've got a lay claim in this next pack.
Yeah,
this
pack doesn't really have too much for me. I mean, I'm not really looking to play a Sandworm, honestly. And lay claim is just really strong. And also, if someone is playing blue, I want to cut it off. But I could always be blue right now. I can also be blue-green at this point. I'm not really locked into red, even though I have Trial of Zeal, which is pretty insane. But my main 2 cards are Scale Behemoth and the Green Trial. So I could be a little bit more flexible here first.
Yeah, so you're not locking yourself in anything, which is especially important in team draft.
Sure, and I honestly don't want my opponents to be playing lay claim against my team, right?
Yeah, that's right.
We just want to hate that or hedge that. It's good to have both, and that was kind of a weak pack anyways, so it didn't matter too much.
All right, what else have we got here? Javelinier?
This pack is also pretty awkward. There's also a thing with team draft is that your deck is usually really bad because you're trying to hit draft and everything. So playing a lot of playables that make your deck is very important. So I'm putting Gift of Paradise here. I can also be red-green with Gift of Paradise and actually play the lay claim because if I don't have it, then you can just cycle it. If I have it, then lay claim is just a blowout, right? So yeah, I know I'm green at this point. I really want to be green. This pack is once again very awkward. Not much to do, so at this point I was like, okay, let's go green-blue. Blue seems to be open, and red is not really coming through. And in team draft, the person who's before you is trying to screw you up, right?
Yeah, they're trying to trick you.
Yeah. So it feels like red is not that open right now. So then yeah, we'll go to this pack, which is my original pack, right? I noticed that some of the white cards were not here anymore, I believe. So then I was like, okay, maybe I need to hit the Biting Mummy.
There was definitely a fan bearer that's not there.
Yeah, exactly. So then, the dual land would have made my deck, obviously.
Yeah.
It would be pretty good with the blue deck, but yeah.
But so you're just trying to hurt someone else.
Yeah, exactly. But now the Camera Charioteer came back.
All right.
And I was like, okay, I'm pretty much set for this draft. Red-green was definitely a thing.
So unless the person on your right is doing something amazingly intentionally to trick you.
Yeah, sure. And there was only one Magma Spray in the deck, so honestly, if nobody's hate drafting or whatnot, there was at most one red drafter, I guess, in the table. So I feel pretty happy with red, because usually red is not open at all, right? Amonkhet's red is the best color.
Of course.
Yeah. So these are just
you're just gonna get pretty... Although in team drafts, sometimes these things at the end actually do get to your deck.
Yeah. It's very important to get playables, right? So Shed Weakness would be played more than the, Artifact Destruction thing, right?
Yeah.
So, you just need to farm playables even in your last few packs.
And you just finish it off. All right, so you know what your direction is now. What do you want to open in this second pack?
I mean, anything on my colors would be great, right? And of course, I really want cartouche because after the first pack, I got like 2 trials already, right? So yeah, any cartouches would just immediately make my deck. And I'm at this point, I'm like, if I get like blue cartouches or whatnot, I could also be blue-green and actually splash the red from Gift of Paradise. And also splash the Trial Zero, because Trial Zero is a very good splash.
How many Gift of Paradises would you play in a deck like this? I know we're not completely finished yet.
Yeah. I mean, as many as I could, I guess. Right?
Really?
And it depends on how many like high curve you have, like maybe 7/7s or whatnot. So this pack, there was actually like a cartouche of Zeal that was in the second card, right? So I was like, wow, this card is so good. But Magma Spray is good for anybody who's a red, right? And there was a Blood Rage Brawler. So once again, I was thinking there was maximum of 1 red drafter, right? So if I take the spray and he takes the Brawler, then I'm left with the cartouche of Zeal, right? So that would be really good. But if the cartouche of Zeal doesn't reel back, it would have been a disaster. But Magma Spray is just too strong, right? I feel like it's just too strong. And there was like even Initiates that we saw from the first pack, and you just blow them out. So I had to pick that.
Alright, so this doesn't look like there's much for you. There's a 5/4 there.
There's not a lot of playables here, and once again, I still need more playables, right? Sure, you can say Stir the Stance is really strong, but at the same time, I'm on the path of my deck is really strong. I'm going to make it as strong as I can and just 3-0 it, right? So I don't really care about hate drafting at this point.
So your deck now, it seems to have a lot of beef. You're getting, like, there's a Colossopede here, you got the 5/4 the previous turn. Are you turning more into a beat you and then fling my creatures at you type deck? Is that where this is going?
Yeah, it's pretty much just like, big stuff. Because I have the Kenra Charioteer that gives everybody trample. So every creature that's like usually just a dirtly 5/5 that doesn't do anything would be really bad. But here is like really good. All the big cards are good now. So here, once again, there's no red cards. There's not a lot of good green cards. I'm going to hedge again with the Censor, I believe. It's really close between the Stinging Shot and the Censor because I was like, I could still probably, do something about that. Probably don't want the Bloodlust Insider here. Even though it's like really good. But in Team Sealed, in Team Draft is a little bit more, iffy. Because like you don't get the 2-drops, right? People just hate all the 2-drops in the end. So yeah. That's happy. That's really good, right?
Colossopede and a Minotaur?
Yeah, Minotaur is great.
There's another Insider there. Bitter Blade Warrior.
Bitter Blade Warrior is just awesome.
Yeah,
this is actually my first 2-drop. Yeah. So Slime Jam that, put that in. And then this is my first pack, and hey, look at that.
Yeah, boom, back around.
That was actually the very good point, right? I passed the red card and it came back, and that's just like awesome. So I'm feeling really
So the
good
other red drafter took the Blood Rage Brawler.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So right now I feel like that I can actually just play after I draft 2 packs and be like super happy with it. So then, because the red green was really a big signal for me to jump in. Yeah. And now because Amonkhet, even though there's a lot of cards that are really strong, there are a lot of playable cards too.
Yes.
Like the Camel is playable. It's not that good, right? But it's playable. So I think drafting a playable deck is very, very important.
At this stage of the draft, do you have any idea of what the decks around you are? Are you getting a feel from what they're passing to you?
Yeah, I feel like that white is like really just... the white deck is not open, but the zombies deck is open. And I was like, So that guy I'm passing to is not zombies because he was passing me like all the zombie reward cards and whatnot. So I was like, you know what? I might be able to just leave the zombie cards for my teammates. So I was like, this is like a weird pick, right? Censor, Time to Reflect. It's like, okay, I want to give this to my teammate because it feels like my opponents, which are both beside me, right, are not playing zombies. So that's how I play Censor.
So you want to try and pass it through, essentially.
Right, exactly, yeah. Oh, Benefaction is great. I was so happy with that. Because, playable cards. You need playable cards. And right now I have 2 trials, I have a cartouche, and I also have Gift of Paradise. So the Benefaction is like, I obviously including that in my deck,
so your hit rate is way up there now.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
So this is my current deck. Very few 2-drops, but with the red trial and the green trial, that can both be played on turn 3. I'm feeling like really good right now.
Yeah.
By this point, I'm like dishing blue. Like once again, I'm like, Lake Claim is really good to slash the Gift of Paradise with. So if it's like Disaster 3rd pack, I'll just play it.
Okay. Yeah. So it's just a matter of if you don't have the other cards you play it?
Exactly.
Or does something, if you had more Gifted Paradise... Oh my god! I can't do this correct. If you had more Gifted Paradises, would you consider putting the late claim in?
No, it really depends. If I get a good red-green deck, then I wouldn't play.
You're not going to dilute. You're not going to dilute.
Yeah. Like I would still play the gift maybe for the curve purposes and whatnot. But yeah. Okay, so this is just like happy times, right? Like I'm super happy. I'm counting the uncommons and I'm counting the rare. All the uncommons are in. All the rare is in. So I'll take it. Whatever. Although the rares in that pack were kind of bad.
So how many times did you get to recur your trials during the matches?
I think I picked up in one of my games.
Whoa!
This is just great, right? Green was like pretty okay. At least in the first few plots. There was one game where I had 2 trials out. I cartouche, pick up both, and then I played both, and then I cartouche again and picked up both again. It was really good. Yeah, I ended up with 3 cartouches, right? 2 green and 1 red with the 2 trials. So my deck is just insane at this point, right? And then this kind of happens. No. Oh, shit.
Like, there's nothing. You're just going to hate draft something? 2 drop.
Yeah, 2 drop. I was super happy with this, right? And I already passed the Wayward Servant. But I am in no position to hate draft because I have no 2 drops. I need the 2 drop for cartouche of strength to curve out, right? Okay, so that was a little bit of jumping the gun.
Yeah.
Okay. But then this pack.
When it eventually appears.
Yeah. I guess the guys are taking a while, but this pack, holy shit.
We did one more player for the final.
Okay, maybe it's the next. Oh my god, we're getting so excited.
Oh my god, a Spidery Grass.
The Spidery Grass is really good for a deck. So yeah, it actually beats flyers. It's a great combat trick.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, come on!
yeah. So we're definitely in the right colors for this draft, and we're pretty happy. And at this point, I was like, oh, hopefully my teammates got some playable decks, right? Because my deck is insane.
Yeah.
My deck is insane.
So, do you have any idea what your teammates are at this point in the draft?
I mean,
do you have a feel for it?
I don't really have a feel for it, but I feel like they would have been maybe black, and I was like, I hope to God you're zombies.
Yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, what colors you draft really depends on your first 2 picks and what you open, right? For example, like if you open like an Angel of Sanctions or whatever, you're just gonna force one, and I think that's actually completely fine, right? No problem, right? They ended up opening Insult to Injury.
Yes.
And then they actually hate drafted 2 Wayward Servants, and they were black. So it would have been better for them to be white-black, but they opened Insult to Injury, so they actually held on to it too much, right?
Yeah.
But then that's kind of like the dynamic, right? Like if you see a rare, you just have to build around it pretty much. Like I don't really fall from that.
Especially with rares with such high upsides as those.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of, and these are just like I'm just on a
trying to work out what hurts your opponents.
Yeah, because right now I have
take the best card.
I have pretty much the best deck in the table, right? So
if you do say so yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm just like canceling everything out. I mean, at the end of the day, I got pretty lucky because the first pack, when the charioteer wheeled to me, my game plan was just pretty much
so it was set in stone from the very beginning. You didn't have to try and stay open.
And those packs are the most interesting, like the gold packs, because at the end of the day, you do not want to start with a gold card. Right? It's just really bad. But if they wheel around, then a lot of information becomes apparent to you. Yeah. And then, the final deck looks really good.
All right, so here's your final deck.
Yep.
It does look, as we've said the whole time, you got direction from the very start, so it is very good. Everyone's got to remember that team draft decks are worse than normal draft decks.
This deck is sick. What are you talking about?
But that's what I mean. Yeah. So to have a deck this good,
yeah, this deck was
a big deal.
This deck was amazing. I actually, one of the games, my opponent had Hazoret, right? I trampled for 28 and I had exact lethal. with the cartouche of Zeal. Yep. So like it was really hard to win, but like Karen Charity, the gold cards are just really like insane, right? It actually guides you to that color combination, and it worked out. And Heaven to Earth was great against in the Kitchen's Monument deck, and Recursion the Trials. It's just great. It is insane.
All right, so your deck was great. Did you win all your matches?
I didn't actually.
Oh no!
I actually lost to the Hazoret player.
Okay.
Because he would Hazoret on turn 4 every single time. Except the time I trampled him with 28. He top decked it too late, and I was like, boom, you're dead.
And so how did your team go in general?
No, that was funny because the team we won 5-4.
Well done.
The last game was down to both the teammates who went 0-2. So it was the battle of the bad decks.
Of the least
we won
decks.
off Trespasser's Curse because our opponent was at 2.
Yeah.
He had a Kitcher's Monument.
Oh.
So we cast Trespasser's Curse. So he can't play anything, right? Because if he played anything, it was 2 creatures. So he lost 2 life.
So then that was basically
that was basically a win there.
So
that was
locked it
cute.
up.
That was cute. Yeah.
That's a pretty cool combo. Trespasser's Curse doesn't normally make it into decks.
Yeah.
Was it sideboarded in, or was it in that deck to start with?
It was, of course, it was sideboarded in. It wasn't that bad, but it was a good time.
All right. So you won. Well done. This draft was great. Your deck was great. Thank you for going through your picks with us and letting us know your thoughts on the format.
Cool.
And if you guys want to get in touch with us, go to draftaholics.com, or you can get us on Twitter at draftaholicsmtg. Where can people find you?
So I'm Amaz. I'm usually a Hearthstone streamer. It's Amaz HS on Twitch.
Yeah.
Amaz on Twitter. And that's basically that's good. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah,
Amaz on Twitter, Amaz HS on Twitch. Yeah.
You can find him. All right, we'll see you later, guys.
These guys are great. Free drafts.